January. Commander General is a visionary. Soul food, no sweets. Your preacher man, he's sweet. Matter of fact, he weak. It's wartime for peace. Think you hard, nigga, you ain't. Fuck with us, nigga, you can't. You smart cars, we pace. We form up in ranks. We buy the bag, this rap shit. All black, no bright shit. Real life, no cap, bitch. Fall on them, that's cap shit. I keep it loyal to the team. UBK play for keeps. Ain't shit sweet, got soldiers on deck, and my youngest did a sweep. This a whole nother way. Tell them get the fuck off the beach. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Then come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Go ahead.
Check. Shalom Israel, Yahweh Shema Shabbat my brothers, Yahweh Shema out thou, Shema shout to my sisters. This is Isupk Fayetteville, North Carolina Sabbath service.
Hold on, Salaki. Present yourself. So up on Yaquadam, which means stand and turn face towards the east. We're going to do the prayers in the Hebrew and the English.
This is the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayah, Kodash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Walathoka, Taba'ah, Ratazayaka, Hayah, Aisha, Barataza, Kawa, Hayah, Bashemaya, Nathanawa, Nakam, Kal, Yawam, Wasalat Nawa, Kawabat Yanawa, Kasalat Nawa, Kawabat Yanawa, Wala'ah, Tabi'ah Nawa, Manasai 1, a ball, Hayashayanawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Baka, Hamalakwith, Wa Allah, Wa Arthaparth, Lawa Alumium, Aman.
Lord's Prayer in English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts, and we forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it.
Prayer for the power. Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah, Baba Kasha, the thunder now, Hakak, Arpa'ah, Kal Maka'ala, Wakal Madawa, Hakak, Latahar, Hamatazarium, Hakak, Lahaquium, Hamathium, Hakak, Arakawath, Hatama'ala, Lagarashan, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah, the Wada Aman.
Prayer for the power in the English. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to clean the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. In the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you. So be it.
So blessed in the Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh. Wa Yahweh Shai. Wa Maka'ala. Wa Alahayim. Batazabayah. Alawap Yahana. Ha Alawapya. Hasaranyam. Ha Kwatazayum. Ha Kwatalayum. Wa Akwathian. Yahweh. Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. The Wada Aman.
Blessings in the Hebrew. I'm Salaki in the English. Bless you, Yahweh, and Yahweh Shai, and Michael, and the angels, Commander Junior Hunter, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you. So be it.
Psalms 121. Aisha, Ayanya, Ahariam, Mahayan, Yaba'ah, Azariam, Ma'aim, Yahweh, Aisha, Shamayam, Wa'aratazah, Ayathan, Lamawat, Regalka, Ayanawam, Shamarka, Hanala'ah, Yanawam, Wala'ah, Yayashan, Shawamor, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Al-Yad, Yamyaka, Yawamam, Hashamash, Lakayah, Wayarak, Balayala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makarai, Yashamar, Athnapashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Tazaathka, Wabaathka, Mayatha, Wadalayam.
Psalms 121 in the English. I've looked up my eyes into the hills, for which cometh my help. My help coming from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Yashala shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore.
Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayam. Salakia. Alahayam. Al-Damaka'ala. Al-Takarash. Wa'al-Tashakwat. Al-Kayahana. Al-Abiyaka. Yahama Yawan. Ra'ash. Al-Amakah. Yarmwa. Sabada. Wayath. Ya'atazawa. Al-Tazapanwaka. Amara. Lakawa. Wakakidam. Magawaya. Wala'a Yazakar. Sham Yasha'ala. Awada. Kaya. Nawataza. Laba. Yakadwa. Al Yaka. Barayath. Yakaratwa. Alahaya. Adawam. Wayashamai. Alahayam. Baba Abba. Wagarium. Gabal. Wayamawan. Wayamalak. Palashath. Amyashabia. Tabs of War. Gam Ashawar, Nalawa, Imam, Hayawa, Zarawai, Banyalawat, Salah, Ashalaham, Kamadian, Kasasara, Kayabian, Banakal, Kwashwan, Nashadwa, Bayandayara, Hayawa, Dama, Ladahama, Sayathamwa, Narayab, Mawa, Karaba, Wakazaba, Wakazabak, Wakatazama, Ka Nayasamwa, Ashar, Amara, Nayarasha, Lanawa, Ath, Nayawath, Alahayam, Alahaya, Sayathamwa, Kagagala, Kakwash, Lapanya Raka, Kaash, Tabia Ira, Wa Kalaba, Talahat, Harayam, Kampayaham, Kualawan, Wayabakwashwa, Shimka, Yahawa, Yabashwa, Wayabalawa, Aya Aid, Wayakaparia, Waya Abadawa, Waya Dayawa, Kayatha, Shimka, Yahawa, Labatka, Ayawan, Alkarataza.
The book of Psalms, chapter 83, in the English. Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh, for lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people. They have consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Yashala may be in no more remembrance. They have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gabal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. Ashur also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Selah, do unto them as unto the Midianites, and unto Sisir, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kason, with perish at Endor, that it came as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Zoreh and like Zaire, yea, all their princes, as Abba, as Azamuna, who said, let us take to ourselves the house of Yahweh in possession. O Yahweh, make them like a wheel that stumble before the wind, as burneth the wood, as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth. So, Yeshab means you be seated in Hebrew. Once again, we are in the Sabbath service out of Fayetteville, North Carolina. And we do this in the Isupk. They will teach our people the traditions of old, what's actually in the scriptures. Instead of you going to that filthy, nasty, disgusting Christian church tomorrow, you should be tuning into the Sabbath service in the Isupk up under command of Junior Hunter. Once again, this is Fayetteville, North Carolina. Go ahead, brother.
Check. We left off last week Genesis chapter 24. Of course, we're gonna do the 7 verses in Hebrew first, in the Assyrian, and then we'll do it in the ancient. We'll do it in the English. This is the book of Genesis, chapter. The book of Genesis, chapter 24. Let me see that, Mike. I can't look down. See the water, brother. Book of Genesis, chapter 24, and verse 56. Wayamar Alahayim Al The Akara, Athaya, Wayahawa, Ha Tazala, Yalak, the Rakaya, Shalaka Nayawa, Wa Slakia, Wa Alaka, La Adakaya, Wa Amor, Kokwara A, Lana R, Wana Shala A, Ath, Paya A, Waya Kwara A, La Raba Kwa A, Waya Marwa, Alaya, Ala Kalaya, Ain, Ha'ayash, Hazaha, Wathamor, Alak, Alaka, sorry, Slakia, Waya Shalakwa, Ath, Rabaka A, Akathium, Wa'ath, Manakwatha, Wa'ath, Ibar, Slakia, Ibada, Abraham, Wa'ath, Anashayawa, Wa'abaraka, Ath, Rabakwa A, Wayamarwa, La'a, Akathnawa, Ath, Hayaya, Layala Paya, Rababa, Warayash, Zara'ak, Zara'ak, Ath, Sha'ara, Shana'awa. 61. We'll stop at 62. Okay. Wath Karam, Rabakwa, Wanarathia, Watarabayakawa, Al, Hagamalayam, Wathalakana, Akaraya, Hayash, Wayakwaka, Ha'abada, Haslakia, Ha'abad, Ath, Rabakwa, Wayalak, 62, Wayatazakwak, Ba'a, Babawa'a, Ba'ara, Lakaya, Ra'aya, Waha Wa'a, Yawashab, Ba'arataza, Anagabuslakin, Hanagab. All right. Yes, 20. You read from verse 50, 56 to 62. Verse chapter 24 in the English. Stop at 62. Start at verse 56.
John Khan. It's the book of Genesis, chapter 24 and verse 56. And he said unto them, hinder me not, seeing the Most High hath prospered my way. Send me away that I may go to my master. Verse 57. And they said, we will call the damsel and inquire at her mouth. Verse 58. And they called Rebekah and said unto her, wilt thou go with this man? And she said, I will go. Verse 59, and they sent away Rebekah, their sister, and her nurse, and Abraham's servant, and his men.
Now, y'all, now understanding what's going on right here, we looking at, how we come together as a nation of people. Like, now it's common that we just walk up to a sister and say, hey, let me get your name and number and we'll link up later on. That's not our tradition. Our tradition has always been you go through the father or whoever responsible for that, for that young damsel. You understand? You ain't just walking up asking for numbers and things like that. This does two things. The first thing that it does is it allows the person who raised the daughter or the damsel or the young lady, right, to understand her quality and the type of man that would, that would be that would keep this thing going in her life. You know what I'm saying? To allow her to be a woman or a sister, staying delicate, not being misused or abused. You understand? It also allows men to show their quality to, to say, hey, listen, you're able to be responsible for a young damsel. You understand? So this is a great matter that is taking place, right? And these things, the second thing that it does is when we talk about us as a nation of people, it alleviates that idea that you can do whatever that you want to do with your body. This is the first line of defense. The first one is making sure that you go to a responsible man. You know what I'm saying? The father would give, or whoever is responsible for protecting that young lady or that sister. You understand? And the second thing is to let you know, like, hey, wait a minute, your body. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to make sure that you give your body to someone who's responsible, not you go out and have sex, whoever the hell you want to do it, and then issues come up, and now you're looking for early termination. You understand? Lord willing, if we got back to our culture, these things would be eliminated in the earth. So the things that we talk about, the Wade versus Roe versus Wade, all these decisions, they should never have anything to do with the children of Israel. You understand? Keep rocking, brother.
Verse 60, and they blessed Rebekah and said unto her, thou art our sister. Be thou the mother of thousands of millions. And and let thy seed possess the gate of those which hate them. Verse 61, and Rebekah arose and her damsels, and they rode upon the camels and followed the man. And the servant looked Rebekah and went his way. Verse 62, and Isaac came from the way of the well Laharai Roy, for he dwelt in the south country.
All right. This is verse Genesis 24 and 63. Waya Taza'ah. That's where we at, right? Yep, 63. Ya Tazaka Kwak. Lasha Wakak Slaki. Lasha Wak. Basha Da'a. Laganayath. Arabah. Waya Sha'a. Aya Nayawa. Waya Ra'a. Waya Na'a. Gamalayawam. Bayawam. Slaki. Ba'a Yama. Slaki. Ba'ayam. 64. Watasha'a. Wabakwa'a. Ath. Ayanaya'a. Watara'a. Ath. Yatazakakwa. Wathagala. Wa'ala. Hagamor. Wathamor. Al. Habad, Maya, Hashay, 65. Ha'ayash, Halaza'a, Ha'alaka, Bashada'a, La Quara'athnia, Nawa, Wa'amor, Ha'abad, Awa'a, Adanaya, Watakwak, Hatazaya, Kwa, Wa Thakam, Wa Sapar, Ha'abad, Laya Tazakwak, Ath, Kal, Hadabarayam, Ashar, Asha'a, Wayaba'a, Yatazakakwa, Ha'a, Hala'a, Shara'a, Amawa, Wayakwaka, Ath, Rabakwa'a, Wathaya, Lana, Slaki, Lawa, La Asha'a, Wayahaba'a, Wayanakam, Yatazakakwa, Akaraya, Amawa. Let's see, we're going to verse 2. Okay, the water. Wayasapa, Abraham, Wayakwakwa, Asha'a, Washama'a, Quatara'a, Wathana, Lawa, Ath, Zamaran, Wa'ath, Waquashwan, Wa'ath, Madana, Wa'ath, Madayan, Wa'ath, Washabak, Wa'ath, Shawak. Oh, yo, Thwada. Yep. Good looking. Start back. 63. This is right here. Here's the guy right here, brother. Yeah, see, it's 2, and you're gonna start from 63 and read to verse 2 in English. Oh, here. Yeah, that's a thought. Mm-hmm.
It's the book of Genesis,
Like funny, look funny.
chapter 24, verse 63. And Isaac went out to meditate in the field at the eventide, and he lifted up his eyes and saw, and behold, the camels were coming. Verse 64. And Rebekah lifted up her eyes, and when she saw Isaac, she lightened off the camel. Verse 65. For she had said unto the servant, what man is this that walketh in the field to meet us? And the servant had said, it is my master. Therefore, she took a veil and covered herself. Verse 66.
She did what?
Took a veil and covered herself.
Nah, she busted open for her.
Covered herself.
Nah, she let him see all the goodies, all the cleavage that she can muster up to show it to him.
Covered herself.
She did. She covered herself, man. Once she realized, she said, "Who is this man?" She said, and what is her? This my master. You know. Oh my goodness. Let me make sure I'm in what I'm in order. Right. He said she lightened herself, meaning she got off the horse. You know what I'm saying? She got off the camel, if I'm not mistaken, right? Yeah. So she lowered herself down. She said, "Oh my goodness, let me make sure that am dressed in modest apparel and properly adorned for this man that I see." Read on.
Verse 66. And the servant told Isaac all things that he had done. Verse 67.
So the servant gave him a report, all the things that he done to make sure she was okay. Go ahead.
Verse 67. And Isaac brought her unto his mother, Sarah's tent, and took Rebekah.
He did what?
And took Rebekah.
He said, "Come here, let me show you something." He took her to his mother's tent, to the crib, right? Go ahead.
And she became his wife.
She did what?
Became his wife.
No, they had Pastor Holy Hands read out for how they do it, for better, for worse, right? For richer, for poor. They jump over the broom. Right. Now, we're not gonna get to it, get it all the way into it, but just imagine, it said it took her into the tent and she became his wife. Sex is marriage according to the Bible. You understand? You have to understand that, like, sisters, this is one of the greatest. This is a thing that you can offer a man. One of them, meaning, like, you offer your entire life to this man and how important he is in your life. You have to understand that, like, this earth that we live in, this empire in America, that they minimize the importance of having a good husband, a good leader, a good provider, a brother that understands the scriptures. A good, you know what I'm saying? That's a good husband. Right. A husband not going to invest in his time in the strip clubs. Right. A husband not going to invest his time in gang culture and things like that. A good husband, according to the Bible, is a man that fears the Lord. You understand? And that's our sisters have to learn to give themselves over to men like that. And it's not a easy thing, especially in this empire. Right. But if we understood, like in these stories in Genesis, it was nothing for a sister to understand what her husband was and who he was and how she should act in accordance to that man that she was giving herself to. That's right. Go ahead, brother.
And she became his wife, and he loved her. And Isaac was comforted after his mother's death. This book of Genesis, chapter 25.
Hold on. Isaac was comforted after his mother's death. So there was a brother that was going through some turmoil at the time. And that also shows a woman can ease a man's suffering. You understand? Right. A woman is supposed to be a man's comfort. That's what sisters have always been. It's more than, just the cooking and the things that the earth tell you can cook. Just because you can cook doesn't mean you're a good wife. Doesn't mean it. Just because you can clean doesn't make you a good wife. A good wife is understanding, like, first, your service to the Most High. How to be an obedient daughter to the Lord, right? And then also understand how to comfort your husband, how to comfort your children. You understand? Those things are important traits or skills that sisters should have. You know what I'm saying? And in this story we're reading about, even though they may seem like a small thing, but if you examine the lives of our sisters today, and I ain't talking about individual, I'm talking about as a whole. Take a look at YouTube, take a look at Instagram, and you tell me that any of the things that we see, does it emulate what we're reading here today in these scriptures? Right. It doesn't. That's why we say we have to come out of, that's why the scriptures say come out of her, right, and receive none of her plagues. I'm paraphrasing. That's right. So that way we can understand who we are as a nation of people. When we read these verses in the Sabbath service, these things a tour guide, if I may. Right. You know what I'm saying? To us understanding who we were as a nation of people versus who we are now. But it also shows how to get back to it, Kawal. You understand? Right. Keep rocking and rolling, brother.
It's the book of Genesis, chapter 25 and verse 1. Then again, Abraham took a wife, and her name was Keturah. Verse 2. And she bare him Zimran, and Joshan, and Median, and Median, and Ishbak, and Shah.
That's it, brother.
Shua. Salah.
Names get you anyway. Yeah. That's it. All right, this is the book of Genesis, chapter 25 and verse 3 in the Hebrew. Wayakwashan, Yalad, Ath, Shaba'ah, Wa'ath, Dadan, Wabanaya, Dadan, Hayawa, Ashwaram, Wala Pawashiam, Wala Amariam, Wabanaya, Madayan, Ayapa'ah, Wa'apar, Wakanak, Wayabada'ai, Wala Slaki, Wa'a Ladaya'aya, Kal, Alaha, Banya, Quapara'a, Wayathian, Abraham, Ath, Cal, Ashar, Lawa, La'atazakwak, Walabalaya, Hapayala Gashwam, Ashar, La'abaram, Nathan, Abraham, Mamanath, Wala Shalakam, Ma'al, Yatazakakwa, Banawa, Ba'ai Wada Nawa, Kaya, Quadama'a, Al, Arataza, Quadam, 7. Wala'a, Yamaya, Shanaya, Kayaya, Abraham, Asherah, Ashar, Kaya, Amath, Shana'ah, Washaba'ayam, Shaba'ah, Wakamash, Shanayam. Go to verse 9. Kalama concert. Wayagaba'ai, Wayamath, Abraham, Waishaba'ah, Pawaba'ah, Zaquan, Washaba'ai, Waisha'an, Slakia, Waya'asap, Wayasap, Al, Tazamawa, verse 9. Wayakabara, Athwa, Yatazakakwa, Wayashima'al, Banayawa, Al, Maya, Slakia, Maya Roth, Amakapala, Slakia, Hamakapala, Al, Shada'a, Aparan, Ban, Tazakara, Hakathiyah, Ashar, Al, Panayah, Mama Ra'ah. Go back up to 20. You gonna start it? Yeah, 3 through 9. Is it 3? Yeah, 3 through 9. That was further than that.
It's the book of Genesis, chapter 25, verse 3. And Joshan begat Sheba and Dedan. And the sons of Dedan were Ashurim and Letashurim and Leumim. Verse 4. And the sons of Median, Ephat and Epher and Hanok and Abida and Eldah. All these were the children of Keturah.
This is black folks.
Right.
This is so-called black Hispanics, Native Indians. You understand? It has always been tradition. Like, let's do this. The hell with DNA. All this, I don't know who the baby father is. Our oppressor make tons of money selling advertisement of shows like Maury. You understand? Right. Maury is such a disgusting thing to do, and then it also proliferates the idea that they push the idea that women are so what's the word, promiscuous. They push the idea that all women are so promiscuous that they never know who their child's father is. Essentially, the black community. And that's not true. All sisters are not that damn promiscuous. There are a lot of sisters out there who know who their father was. You know what I'm saying? Right. And know who the father of their children are. You understand? But the other part about it is, in these scriptures right here, without a shadow of a doubt, this is taking place. You understand? And this to once again distinguish us as a nation of people. We've all known. We know who Kawal's father is. We know who Kawal's father's father is. These are records that we would always keep to identify the lineage, knowing that Israel is a special thing. You understand? That Yasha'al is a special thing. That the line that the Most High, the bloodline that the Most High chose through Adam is a special thing. That the Most High that the bloodline chose through Isaac is a special thing. You understand? That if you follow that, you will understand the importance of who Yahushua was in the earth. He come from a lineage that the Lord chose a long time ago. And he would prophesy that he would come into the earth a long time ago. And there was no question about who his father was, because they knew who Yahushua fathers was. But the Christian church had you believe that Christ's father was an angel. You understand? That the Most High power himself impregnated Mary. You understand? You see that? These are the games that the Christian church plays on our people. It just come from lack of understanding, and it goes to the worship of paganistic. It's a paganistic society. And if you believe in Christian church, you believe in white supremacy. You understand? Go ahead, brother Salaki.
Come. Verse 5. And Abraham gave all that he had unto Isaac. Verse 6. But unto the sons of the concubines which Abraham had, Abraham gave gifts and sent them away from Isaac his son, while he yet lived eastward unto the east country. Verse 7. And these are the days of the years of Abraham's life which he lived, 160 years.
Now this is a thing that we didn't actually get a chance to talk about. We talk about how, our people, we lived back then. You know what I'm saying? We lived very long lives back then, you understand? Because we was obedient to the Father. Now, I don't know how you can put that in today's perspective. You trying to see a brother that's 150 years old, you know what I'm saying, 300 years old. You trying to put it into a perspective. What you're looking at the effects of America and stress when you look at a brother that's 98 years old. We didn't have all the manufactured sugars and all the GMOs and all the stuff that's in your food back then. You understand? And plus the Lord got to be with you in all of that. And then the Lord did shorten the time of man because of their disobedience. You know what I'm saying? He said we would shorten man time to 120 years. Because if he allowed man to live the way that we want to live now, all the manner of wickedness and evil that we would come up with. So this also shows your lifespan, but even in Genesis, you understand? Keep going.
Come. Verse 8. Then Abraham gave up the ghost and died in a good old age.
A good old age. Now, black, Hispanic, Native Indian man lived to make it past, 23? Well, what they say? You make it past 24. That's a good thing, Kawal.
Right.
And in an old age in today's society, average man dies at the age of 72. What in the world, man? Abraham lived for a good old age and just gave up the ghost, the spirit, if I may. Salakia.
Right.
Go ahead.
An old man and full of years, and was gathered into his people. Verse 9. And his sons Isaac and Ishmael buried him in the cave of Machpelah, in the field of Ephron, the son of Zoar, the Hittite, which is before Mamre.
That's it. Okay. All right. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 25, verse 10 in Hebrew. Hashada'a, Ashar, Quana'ah, Abraham, Ma'ath, Banayah, Katha, Shama'ah, Quabar, Abraham, Washara'ah, Asher Slakia, Ashathawa, Wayahaya, Akaraya, Mawath, Abraham, Wabaran, Alahayim, Ath, Yatazakakwa, Banawa, Wayashab, Yatazakakwa, Ain, Bara, Lakaya, Ra'aya, Wa'alaha, Thaladath, Yashama'al, this is Ishmael Hebrew, Ban, Abraham, Ashar, Yalada, Agar, Ama Tazayath, Ama Tazarayath, Shapakath, Shara'ah, La'abaram, Wa'ala'ah, Shamawath, Banayah, Yashama'ayel, Bashamatham, Ladath, Slakia, Latawala Dath, Ma, Bakar, Yashama'ayel, Labayath, Wakwadara, Wadabal, Wamabasham. Stopping at 16, okay. Wama Shama'ai, Wadama Ma'ah, Wama Sha'ah, Kadada, Wata Slaki, Wata Yama'ah, Yatawa'ar, Napayash, Wakada Slaki, Wakwada Ma'ah, Alaha, Hama, Banaya, Yashama'al, Wa'ala, Shamathim, Baka Tazarayath, Ra Yam, Slakia, Wabatarayam, Shanayam, Ashar, Nashayam, La'amatham,
the book of Genesis, chapter 25 and verse 10. The field which Abraham purchased of the sons of Heth, there was Abraham buried, and Sarah his wife. Verse 11. And it came to pass after the death of Abraham that the Most High blessed his son Isaac, and Isaac dwelt by the well Laharai Roy. Verse 12. Now these are the generations of Ishmael, Abraham's son, whom Hagar the Egyptian, Sarah's handmaid, bare unto Abraham.
Now you remember earlier, Hagar was the handmaid that Abraham sent away. You understand? But you know what I'm saying? You know, in the scripture, you know that the seed of the Most High was in Isaac, right, not Ishmael. But Ishmael did get a blessing. You know what I'm saying? And Ishmael was he gonna get 12 princes, if I may? 12 kings. Yeah. So this is about to give you the lineage that came out of Ishmael, his sons. All right. Go ahead.
Verse 13. And these are the names of the sons of Ishmael by their names, according to their generations. The firstborn of Ishmael, Nebajoth, and Kedar, and Adabel, and Mibisam. Verse 14. And Mishama, and Dumah, and Massa. Verse 15. Hadar, and Tamah, Jator, Napash, and Kadima. Verse 16. These are the sons of Ishmael, and these are their names by their towns and by their castles, 12 princes according to their nations.
Then see, so this once again, here it is. This is prophecy. You know what I'm saying? Being fulfilled. You know what I'm saying? It said, Ishmael, you gonna be all right. You know what I'm saying? But in Isaac shall thy seed be called. You understand? Go ahead. 17, Cole.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 25, verse 17. Wa'ala'ah, Shanayah, Kayayah, Yashama'al, Ma'ath, Shana'ah, Washalah, Shayam, Shana'ah, Washabai, Shabayam, Wayagara'ai, Wayamath, Wayasan, Sak, Al, I'm a Wayak, it's like I'm a Yahweh, I'm a Yahweh. Wayashakana Shak Nawa. Makawalaya Id Shawar Ashar Al Panaya Matazarium Ba'aka'a Asharawa Al Panaya Kal Akayawa Nepal Nepal Wala'a Dawaladath Yatazakakwa Ban Abraham Hawalayad Ath Yatazakakwa. I'll read down to 23. Okay. Wayahaya Yatazakakwa Ban Araba Ayam Shana'a Makakathawa Ath Rabakwa Bath Batawa Hara Maya Mapadan Aram Akawath Ladan, it's like it, Laban Ha'aram ya lawa la asha'a la ashar ya tazakakwa la yahawa'a la nakaka ashatwa kaya I tazara'a. It's like I quara'a hawa'a why ya athra lawa Yahweh wata'ar Rabakwa'a Ashatwa Wayathra Tazawa Abanayam. We at 22. We'll stop it. Okay. Bakwa Ba'a Wathamar Khan Lama'a Zaha Anakaya Wathalak Ladarash Ath Yahweh. Verse 23. Wa'amar Yahweh La'ah Shanaya Gayam Tanat Washanaya La'ama Yam Wama Arak Rapada da Sakit Rapara dawa Yapara dawa Walaam Malaam Yamataza Wababa Ya'abad Slaki Ya'abad Taza Ara.
It's the book of Genesis, chapter 25 and verse 17. And these are the years of the life of Ishmael, 137 years. And he gave up the ghost and died, and was gathered unto his people. Verse 18. And they dwelt from Havilah unto Shore, that it's like it, that is before Egypt, as thou goest toward Assyria. And he died in the presence of all his brethren. Verse 19. And these are the generations of Isaac, Abraham's son. Abraham begat Isaac, and Isaac was 40 years old when he took Rebekah to wife, the daughter of Bethuel, the Syrian, of Padan Aram, the sister to Laban, the Syrian. Verse 21. And Isaac entreated the Most High for his wife, because she was barren. And the Most High was entreated of him, and Rebekah his wife conceived. Verse 22. And the children struggled together within her. And she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Most High.
Now hold on now. Now here it comes. Here it comes. This is a thing that is special. This is a thing that is about to take place, and this is special, right? It's that Isaac entreated of the Lord for his wife because she was barren. I mean, he went to the Lord and like, hey, I want to have some children. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to make sure that we ready to rock and roll. And guess what? Lord said, I got you. I'm about to give you something that's gonna be good for you. All right. Let's go.
Verse 23. And the Most High said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb.
No, 2 babies.
2 nations are in thy womb.
No, 2 nations. The Most High essentially is saying this is bigger than just these children that you're carrying. You understand? This is talking about lineage. If you read up above the chapter, who was talking about the lineage of who first? Ishmael.
Right.
So it was given the lineage of Ishmael, and they was told you about the princes, right? Now it's about to show you something that is special about Isaac's children and his wife. Okay, read on.
2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels.
Go ahead.
And the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger.
So this is the prophecy that the Most High gave. You understand, Rebecca? Like, we have to understand these prophecies. If you read these scriptures, like in Genesis, you understand, like, the Lord is breaking these things down so we have understanding about how he set things in the earth. Knowing that there are 2 nations in the womb, the woman has to know these children are going to be different. Not only did she know they were going to be different, the Most High told her that they was going to be different, meaning 2 manner of people. You ever heard of the expression, you got some different mannerisms, if I may? Like the Lord is telling Rebecca, like, you're going to have 2 children in your stomach, and they're going to have 2 completely different mannerisms, even though they're your children. So get yourself prepared. You understand? Imagine knowing that, oftentimes, like we say, you had just like your daddy or whatnot, right? But these scriptures let you know, like the Lord is telling Rebecca, like, get yourself prepared. You will have 2 different nations that are in your womb. That means they're going to be they're going to be do two totally different things. All right. Right. That's it on that. Go ahead.
In 24, book of Genesis chapter, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Genesis chapter 25, verse 24. Slakia. Waya malawa'a. Yamaya'a. Aladath. Wahana'a. Tawamam. Babapana'a. Wayataza'a. Wow. Harashwan. Adama Slaki. Adama Wanaya. Kalawa. Kaadarath. Slaki. Sha'ira. Wayakwara'a. Shamawa. Ashawa. Wa'akaraya. Khan, Slakia. Yataza'a. Akayawa. Wayadayawa. Akazath. Wa'akwaba. Ashar. Wayakwara'a. Shamawa. Yaiquab, Slaki. Yaiquab. Oh, that's Jacob, Slaki. Yaiquab. Waya Tazaquaqua. Ban. Shashayam. Shana'a. Baladath. Atham. Wayaga Dalawa. Hana'ai Rayam. Hana'arayam. Waya Haya. Ashar. Ayash. Yada'ai. Taza Slakia. Tazayad. Ayash. Shada'a. Waya Yaiquab. Ayash. Thumb. Yashab. Alahayim. We'll stop at 30. Waya Ahab, Yatazakaku, Ath, Ashar, Kaya, Tazayad, Bapayawa, Wabakwa Wa Ahabath, Ath, Yaikwa, Wayatazad, Yaikwa, Nazayad, Wayaba'a, Ashawa, Mana, Man, Ashada'a, Wayaha'a, Ayah, verse 30, Wayamar, Ashar, Al, Yaiqua, Alai, Yatanaya, Na'a, Ma, Adam, it's like Ha'adam, Ha'adam, Haza'ah, Kaya, Ayatza, Anaya, it's like Anakaya, Al, Khan, Quara'a, Shamawa, Adawam.
Verse 24. And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. Verse 25. And the first.
So you understand what the scripture said earlier. Even there were twins in her womb, but we also know that those twins were what? Two different nations of people, right. Two manner of people, right? So it gave you the spirit behind it, Kowal. First, you know what I'm saying? Let you know there were two manner of people and two nations. That was the spirit behind it. Then they also gave you the letter of it, which was what? These was twins. All right, go ahead.
Verse 25. And the first came out red all over like an hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. Verse 26. And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold of Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob.
Hold on now. Did it give the description of the second child that was born? Why did the scripture expressly give an account to the first child that was born? This first child was born, made the news, if I may. That was something that was different about this child being born. But in the scripture, if you knew that, you also know there was two manner of people that was in thy womb. It says, and one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. So the elder meaning who? The first child, the child that came out first. So that means Esau was supposed to be serving who? The second child, which was who? Jacob, Yaquab, if I may, Yaquab. Right? So this was a prophecy that is given. Now, if you understood the Isupk, if you've been listening to the Isupk for more than a day, then you understand who the nation of Edom or the Edomites are, and you also understand who is Israel, or Yashal, if I may. We are in captivity, and we're not living according to this prophecy right here, because we are serving Edomites, and they are not serving us. All right? So you got to know that this is going to change, and we're completely out of order as to and this is another indication why the earth is in such disarray right now. Right? Because everything that the Most High has said is not completely out of order, but it's out of order according to this prophecy right now as to why the people are mourning in the earth. Right? Go ahead, brother.
And Isaac was 80 years old, and when she bare them, when she bare them. Verse 27. And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field, and Jacob was a plain man, dwelling in tents. Verse 28.
Once again, what's the purpose of them giving this in the scriptures. Right. It is showing you the different what's the word I used earlier? The different mannerisms. Esau was a cunning hunter. I mean, he was good for setting traps and all type of things like that. That's what his thing. Right. While Jacob was a plain man, chill, like doing the things that were necessary. I'm sure he could hunt too, right. But this thing that Esau had was a little bit different, right? They are showing you two different mannerisms, two different nations, two different things that these children have. Okay, read on.
Verse 28. And Isaac loved Esau because he did not eat of his venison, but Rebekah loved Slakia because he did eat of his venison.
And just like a father, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, my son bring me some good old meat. You know, my son can cook. My son know how to hunt. You know, that's a father, right? Go ahead.
But Rebekah loved Jacob.
But mama, and that dude that just chilling, you know what I'm saying? Ain't into that, just schooling. You know, just like today, Jacob love his mama, man. You know what I'm saying? We love our mother, and our mother love us. You understand? It's us. You ever seen Esau get mad? What did he do? The first thing he want to do is do what? Run and tell his daddy. You understand? That is how it goes, right? Read on.
Verse 29. And Jacob sawed pottage, and Esau came from the field and was faint. Verse 30. And Esau said to Jacob, feed me, I pray thee, with that same red pottage.
Right. So here it is. He's like, wait a minute. I done been out in the field. I've been doing whatever I'm doing. I'm hungry. You know what I'm saying? And just like, you know, brothers can cook, Kowal. You know what I'm saying? Don't ever get it twisted. Now, our sisters can burn something too, but brothers can actually, you know what I'm saying? We get to it too. A lot of us, a sister be cooking in the kitchen, right? What the first thing a sister gonna do, our boy? Baby, can you taste this? Right. Well, brother, we're gonna taste it right. We're gonna say, well, add a little bit more, need a little salt to it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? She's cooking to our taste buds. You understand? So this is a thing that Jacob had. Jacob, you know, he was suave with, you know, cooking and flambeing and putting things together while his brother was out in the field. Once again, this is showing what? Two different types of mannerisms, okay? Read on.
For I am faint. Mm-hmm. Therefore, his name was called Edom.
Therefore, his name was called Edom. You understand? Meaning what? What does the word Edom mean? Anybody know what that word means? What the word Edom mean? How?
Land of waste.
Edom. Mm-hmm. Wasted away. You understand? Meaning, like he said, I pray of thee. Meaning what? You know, daggone well it's against the law for you to eat that. You know what I'm saying? Have you lost your damn mind? How you what? Wasted away? You get what I'm saying? It's telling you the spirit. So therefore, you know what your name is Edom. You know what I'm saying? You are wasted, or you know damn well it's against the law for you to eat this. It's almost like, you know, you can't have no sex with no whore. Well, you on your way to HIV heaven, if I may, Salakia. You are wasted away. Therefore, once again, it's telling you the spirit. You are wasted away. Therefore, your name shall be called Edom, man. Right. You know you can't eat this, man. What's wrong with you? Let me finish cooking it. Right. You dummy. You know what I'm saying? That's Jacob. That's what Jacob really called him. You Edom, man. You wasted away, man. You about to eat this. You know you about to break the law. I ain't making this up. This is spirit. This is a spiritual thing. These things are laid out for us to understand what the different mannerisms between Esau and Jacob. Right. If you know these scriptures, you understand the history. You understand that we are Israelites. It's our job to keep the law, statutes, and commandments and follow what we're supposed to be doing. If you're not doing that, then your life will be what? Wasted away. All right? That's it on that.
The book of Genesis chapter, this is the last. The book of Genesis chapter 25, verse 31. Wayamar, Yaikwa, Makara'ah, Kayazam, Slaki, Kayawam, Ath, Bakarathak, Laya, Wayamar, Ashawa, Hanaha, Hanakaya, Hawalak, Lamayath, Slaki, Lamawath, Walama'a, Za'a, Laya, Kabaraha, Slaki, Bakara'a, Wa'amor, Yaikwa, Ashaba'a, Laya, Kayawam, Wayashba'a, Lana, Wayamakara, Ath, Bakarathwa, Laya Aquab, Waya Aquab, Nathana, La Shawa, Lakam, Wanazayat, Adashayam, Waya Akal, Waya Shath, Waya Kwam, Waya Lak, Waya Ba, Waya Baza, Ashawa, Ath, Abakara. Let's see, going to verse 3. All right. Wayahaya, Wa'aba, Ba'arataza, Malabad, Ara'ai, Hara'ashwan, Ashar, Hayaha, Bayamaya, Abraham, Wayalak, Yatazakakwa, Al, Abayalak, Malak, Palashathium, Garaba'ah, Wayara'ah, Alayawa, Yahweh, Wayamar, Al, Tharad, Matazara Ma'ah, Shakan, Ba'arataza, Ashar, Amara, Alayak. Stop at verse 3. Gara'ah, Ba'arataza, Haza'ath, Wa'ayaha, Aimak, Wa'abarak, Kaya, Laka, Walazara'ak, Athan, Ath, Kal, Hara'atazath, Ha'alah, Wahakomathia, Ath, Hashabaya'ah, Ashar, Nashaba'athiyah, La'abaraham, Abayak.
It's the book of Genesis, chapter 25, verse 31. And Jacob said, sell me this day thy birthright. Verse 32. And Esau said, behold, I am at the point to die, and what proof it shall this and what proof it shall this birthright do to me? Verse 33. And Jacob said, swear to me this day. And he swore unto him, and he sold his birthright to Jacob.
All right, so what he's saying is, so now you know it's wrong to do this. You know it's wrong for you to do this. And Esau like, what's the point of all this if I'm gonna die anyway? All right, so if you understand that, swear, hey, it's on you. Swear to me that you understand that you know what you're getting yourself into, because you know we're not supposed to be doing this.
Right.
And if you do this, you understand you're giving up your what? Your birthright. Once again, this is two manner of people. His brother is trying to tell him, hey man, you know what you're doing? You know what you're about to do? You want to eat this? Esau like, it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter anyway. I'm about to faint and die anyway. You know, hey, what's the point of all this stuff, man? One brother is trying to tell you, hey, listen, you should be paying attention to what you're about to do. The other brother is saying, I don't give a damn what I'm about to do. Once again, we're given two what? Different mannerisms. Esau and Jacob, right? Read on.
Verse 34. Then Jacob gave Esau bread and pottage of lentils, and he did eat and drink, and rose up and went his way.
All right, since you want it, all right, we're gonna make a trade then. All right, you want this, I'm gonna give it to you. Since you ain't saying nothing of value to you, well, here you go, then here you go. And read that verse again.
Then Jacob gave Esau bread
Uh-huh.
and pottage of lentils,
Uh-huh.
and he did eat and drink, and rose up and went his way.
He said he didn't even feel bad about it. He didn't even think about it. It was nothing to him.
Right.
Like he was like, all right, then whatever. He ate up and went on. He ate it, drank it, went on about his way. Is that not Esau?
Right.
That is that not the spirit of somebody of that has the spirit of Edom, if I may? Somebody who is wasted away, take whatever the hell that they want just to get the momentarily pleasure of having it, and then as soon as they're done with it, they go on about their way. That's why you talk about anything that you take it, like this earth is filled with Edomites in this earth of people who ever just take whatever the hell they want to and go on about their busy way. That's how they treat the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. That's how you know they're wasted away. They do whatever that they want to do to the Lord's chosen people, and whatever that they can get out of us. As soon as they're done with us, what they do, Kowal? They're going about their way. That's the spirit of Edom. That's not the spirit that we should have as black, Hispanics, Native Indians. You understand? Keep rocking, brother.
Thus Esau despised his birthright.
Uh-huh.
Chapter 26 and verse 1. And there was a famine in the land, beside the first famine that was in the days of Abraham. And Isaac went unto Abimelech, king of the Philistines, unto Gerar. Verse 2. And the Most High appeared unto him and said, go not down unto Egypt, dwell in the land which I shall tell thee of. Verse 3. Sojourn in this land, and I will be with thee, and bless Slakia, and will bless thee. For unto thee and unto thy seed I will give all these countries, and I will perform the oath which I swear unto Abraham thy father.
Right. So the Lord is saying, don't go down into Egypt. Egypt already got everything going on. Egypt already got the clubs. It already got the nightlife. It already got the streets. Guess what else they got? They got other gods down there. They got all these things that are taking place in Egypt. Lord say, wait a minute. Don't go down there. This is what I need you to do. And if you do like I asked you to do, I'm going to make sure you are well taken care of. That's what we should be doing. Don't go into America. Don't go into these paganistic holidays. Don't go into celebrating the oppressor. Do what the Lord asked us to do. And he said he'll be with us. He told our forefathers the same thing way back then. And we have to understand who our power is. Your alarm clock is not the thing that is waking you up. Just because it's saying 7:30, that's not the thing that's waking you up, Kowal. The breath that the Most High allows us to breathe is that thing that's keeping you alive. And if you can live that physical life, but add the spiritual part of it too. The spiritual part would be us being obedient to what the Father said, which is keeping these law, statutes, and commandments. And with that, that's going to conclude our Sabbath service. We're about to get into the prayers. And with that, stand. Do this wine. Sar, we're gonna stand in Sar Panyakuram means stand, turn, face towards the east.
It's the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shabayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Walafaka, Taba'ah, Ratazayaka. So far, Ratazayaka, Hayah, Asha, Barataza, Kawa, Hayah, Bashamayim, Lathana now, Lakam, Kal, Yawam, Wasalak now, Kalbati now, Kasalak now, Kalbati now, Wala'ah, Tabi'ah now, Manasai 1, Abah, Haishai now, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Wa'ala, Wa'alparth, Lawalamium, Aman.
The Lord's Prayer in the English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts. We forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. So be it.
Prayer for the power. Yahweh, Bashimi Hawashai, Baba Kashah, the Thunder now, Hakak, Rapa'ah, Kalmaka'ala, Kalmadawa, Hakak, Atahar, Hamatazarium, Hakak, Lahakwium, Hamathium, Hakak, Arakawath, Hatama'ala, Lagarashan, Bashimi Hawashai, the Wadaman.
Hakah, prayer for the power. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to clean the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out in the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you. So be it.
Pray for blessings. Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Wa Yahweh Shai. Wa Maka'ala. Wa Alahayim. Wa Tazabayah. Alawap Yahana. Ha Alawapya. Ha Saranyam. Ha Kwazayoyam. Ha Kalayoyam. Wa Akwathia. Yahweh. Ba Shim Yahweh Shai. The Wad Aman.
The blessings in the English. Bless you, Yahweh, and Yahweh Shai, and Michael, and the angels. Commander Junior Honda, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you. So be it.
Psalms 121. Asha'ah, Ayanya, Aharyam, Mahayan, Yaba'ah, Azariah, Ma'aim, Yahweh, Asha, Shamayam, Waratazah, Ayathan, Lamawat, Regalka, Ayanawam, Shamarka, Hanala'ah, Yanawam, Wala'ah, Yayashan, Shawamar, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Ayad, Yamyaka, Awamam, Hashemash, Lakayah, Wayarak, Balayala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makarai, Yashamar, Abnapashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Tazahaka, Waba'aka, Mayata, Wayalam.
The book of Psalms 121 in the English. I will lift up my eyes unto the hill from which cometh my help. My help coming from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Yasha'Allah shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore.
Psalms 83. Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Al-Damalaka. Al-Takarash. Wa-Al-Tashakwat. Al-Kayayan. Awabika. Yahama Yawan. Ra'ash. Al-Imaka. Yaramwa. Sawada. Wayata. Yatazawa. Al-Tazapanwaka. Amarawa. Lakawa. Wakakidam. Magawaya. Wala'a. Yazakar. Shem Yasha'ala. Awada. Kaya. Nawataza. Laba'a. Yakadwa. Al-Yaka'a. Barath. Yakaratwa. Alaya. Alawam. Wayashamai. Alahayam. Mawa'aba. Wahagariam. Gabal. Wamawan. Wamalak. Palashath. Yashabya. Tazawar. Gamashawar. Nalawa. Amam. Hayawa. Zarawad. Labanyalawat. Selah. Ashalaham. Kamadian, Kasasira, Kayabian, Banakar, Kwashwan, Lashatma, Bayandayara, Hayawa, Daman, Lahadama, Shayatamwa, Nadayama, Karaba, Ashar, Amara, Nayara Shah, Slaki, Nayara Shah, Lanawa, Ath, Nayawath, Alahayam, Alahaya, Shayatamwa, Kagagala, Kakwash, Lapanya Raka, Kaash, W Ira, Wakalaba, Dalahat, Harayam, Kan Panyaham, Kualawan, Wayakabashwa, Shamka, Yahawa, Yabashwa, Wayabalawa, Ayai, Wayakapara, Wayadawa, Wayadayawa, Kayatha, Shamka, Yahawa, Labatka, Ayawan, Al Kaharataza.
Psalms 83 in the English. Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult. They have hate, and they that hate thee have lifted up their head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people. They have consulted against the hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Yasharallah may be in no more remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gabal, and Ammon, and Amalek, and the Philistines, with the habits of Tyre. Ashur also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Say, lie, do unto them as unto the Midianites, and unto Sisir, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kason, with Perish and Endor, that it come at dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Horeb and like Zaire, yea, all their princes, as Abba and as Amunah, who said, let us take to ourselves the house of Yahweh in possession. O Yahweh, make them like a wheel, as thumb before the wind, as the fire burneth the wood, as the flame set the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy stand, Salaki, with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth. So, we're going to prepare to salute at this time. You're going to prepare yourself to salute the Torah. Go to thy loins. Yahweh Ba'Shem Ha'Shah Barakiyah.
All right, men of Israel, we'll give one courtesy salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, Mount Shabbat, Amadium, Barak, Yahweh Shimi Al-Shabrakatah, Yada Matah, class dismissed.
If you still tuning in, if you could go ahead, like, comment, subscribe for Fayetteville, North Carolina, Isupk page. Please share the all the contents of anything if you value the nation of Israel. You understand? Shalom.